What's up, guys? I'm gonna give my quick review of the new Netflix movie and Jessica Christine's new movie, the Best Actress Queen, Jessica Christine's The Good Nurse. Now, this follows Amy Longren. I hope I'm saying that name right. And she's shocked when she finds out one of her colleagues, the infamous Charlie Cunham, is a serial killer. Basically, he's been killing these patients for over 16 years. And when I first watched this movie the first go around, I was enthralled by it. I loved it. I love every second of it. But as I thought about it more, and I thought about Charlie as a person, he's a fucking serial killer. And not only is he a serial killer, he was a nurse. He did it in a place where you're supposed to get help, not get got, where you're supposed to get help at, a hospital. And the more I thought about this movie, as a movie, this is an 8 out of 10. Phenomenal performances, especially Eddie Redmayne as Charlie. Most people probably know him as Newt from the Fantastic Beasts movies. Those movies fucking waste him. They waste everything. They waste their even premise, but let's not talk about that. But I feel like this movie, as a movie, is great. But for what they're trying to do, I feel like there's so many things they need to tackle, and they tackle them quite well, but they don't do them enough service. They don't focus on the true horrors of what Charlie is doing. Like, what this guy did is fucked up. He's probably the worst serial killer out there. I don't care what anyone says. This is the worst you can get. He's killing you in a fucking hospital where you're supposed to get help. You know, like, if I was, this ruined my trust. And people are still doing this, by the way. They're like, you can look it up. People still do this. It's just fucking, and then they're trying to put the blame on all the hospitals that just let this happen. How does a guy get fired from 9 fucking hospitals and no one goes, huh? And then they bring up the alert sounds, like they know when he does it, the alerts. Well, they don't know why he did it. He never said why he did it, but they know he's doing it because there will be all these alerts when he's there. But the second he leaves, all the alerts just stop happening. Come on. People fucking notice. Someone had to fucking notice. And they did nothing about it. And they tell you in the movie, to this day, none of the hospitals have gotten in trouble about this. None of them. So, like, I feel like this movie is great, and it really does try to tackle a lot of things. But I feel like if this was a series, first of all, I don't know why Netflix didn't jump on the idea to do this as a true crime series. Maybe it's the fact that, like, you can look it up. This was announced with both of them in this 4 years ago. This is supposed to have been out. This was announced 4 years ago. And Jessica Christine's a very busy girl. She's a hot talent. One of the best actresses working today. She might be the best. So I could understand why they wanted to do it with her. And I guess she didn't have time to do it as a series. But I feel like if they did this as a series, man, it would have fucking... And I feel like for to really do service of what this guy was doing, I think they should have done this as a series. And hopefully someday someone will do this as a series. Because what this guy did was fucking crazy, fucked up. In the hospitals, how they just got away with this shit. And then you have the detectives and this whole movie really feels like a fucking finale to a good, great true crime series. That's what this feels like, this whole movie. So, this is an 8 out of 10, but it's just like, the more I thought about this movie, I was enthralled by this. It's a few slow bits here and there, but you're going to be enthralled by this movie. You're going to be captured by it. By the performances, you're going to get captured in, and you're going to buy everything they're doing. Especially Jessica Christine. Usually when they have all these pre-recorded tapes with detectives and everything, and they make the movie about it, when a person is supposed to be talking to someone, it always sounds fucking like they're acting. It never sounds like genuine or real. A fucking Joe Smo off the street doesn't know how to fucking act and make their shit sound like they're not nervous. Most people aren't good at that. So when Jessica Christine has to talk to Charlie on the phone with the detective there, she genuinely sounds like a person who's nervous as fuck and doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. I really appreciate that because most of the time they do stuff like this based on true shit. The actors always, when they're supposed to sound nervous and it's supposed to sound all over the place, they always sound fucking calm. Like they're acting. I hope that makes sense. But they always sound like they're acting. It never feels real and genuine. And I feel like Jessica Christine felt real and genuine throughout this whole thing. Eddie Redmayne, I saw a few clips of Charlie here and there. interviews and whatever. I think he really captured them well. Like this, I think he really captured them well. I think he really did that. I think he really captured what they were going for and everything. I think everything he did was great, and hopefully we see him in more stuff because he's a great actor. I really hope we see him in more stuff because he's a seriously great actor. So, 8 out of 10. I really wish this was a series. I really recommend this because this is just crazy that someone was able to do this over 16 years. They say his murder count was over 400. That's just insane. So, yeah, 8 out of 10. I really recommend this. There's nothing more I can say about this. I got everything I wanted to say about it. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Peace.